Всем привет, друзья! Мы продолжаем играть в Final Fantasy XVI. И мы отправляемся на сюжетное задание. В прошлой серии выполнили одно дополнительное. Теперь идем на сюжетец. Привал Марты. Куда-то пропала Марта. Надо ее обязательно найти. Хорошая, симпатичная девушка. Упс. Ладно, не важно, что за звуки. Не обращаем внимания. Печально, печально.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
I'm sorry. I think I twisted something.
Sid? What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right. You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march. Any idea where? Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here. We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid. You do the same.
Может, какое-то жертвоприношение там будет? Не знаю. Стоп, а... Да стой, блядь.
This culling business.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Я думал, наткнусь на что-нибудь тут. Но не на что.
Oi, look sharp!
Блин, музыка такая мрачная. Угнетающая играет. Телепортироваться не надо. Ага. Да, я помню это место. Мы в этом монастыре помогали. Марта?
Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you.
Ебать.
You have to do something. Tell us what happened. What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened. The Black Shields? The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Пойдем, пойдем.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Интересно, как я получу силу льда? Джилл тоже умрет, или это все обойдется без ее смерти? Это же выжила, как ее Бенедикта.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Тоже мертв. Ну, вообще всех убили нахуй. Классно.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
О, черные дауны
Their
какие-то.
crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Блин. Он меня ударил? Что, им вообще насрать на эти? На мои удары было. Еще кто-то? Бля, ты жив? Там уже полоска жизни просто ушла куда-то. Непонятно. А он еще жив, сука.
Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
Я думал, там и был настоятель. Забыл уже, как он выглядит. Но мы увидели один раз. И то даже вроде не минуту, а меньше.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
Жив? А, это другой уже.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
Да, убиты.
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive,
Он умер.
he's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to... I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Проведите обряд и вернитесь в привал Марты. Тьфу. Думал, можно будет перейти. А это что за хуйня летает? Ариман, ранг Си. А так раньше не появлялись эти монстры. Что это такое? Грозные цели. Некоторые существа, на которых наднется Клайв, будут крупнее, ловчее и агрессивнее тех, что встречаются обычно. За победу над таким оппонентом можно получить не только очки славы, но и редкие материалы для создания нового или улучшения уже имеющегося снаряжения. Чтобы разузнать о грозных целях больше, обратитесь к Муглу Нектару, находящемуся напротив доски для охотника в убежище. Хотел вернуться, но нет. Что, блять, происходит? Охренеть. Да я ж вернулся. Пиздец. Вау, вот это, блядь, противник. Это только ранг C, прикиньте. A, B, C, еще и S, скорее всего, будет. Охуеть может.
You didn't see that coming.
Вау. Ладно. Прикольно. Не то, что меня напрягало, что противники обычные были довольно легкие. Просто было бы, кстати, хорошо, круто, будь они посложнее. И походу я допизделся. Развеять останки.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
Смотри-ка. Пришла.
What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Когда мы сможем здесь пройти, интересно? Ну, проще телепортироваться, наверное.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish. No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers. Those poor souls died to give me a chance to save others. I won't let their sacrifice be in vain.
Arthur's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through. If you don't mind, Sid, I'd like to stay here with you.
Что это за значок? Плюсика. Кого-то подлечить можно?
Try not to move.
Oi! You there! You handy with that sword of yours? Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Да погнали.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
А почему значок другой? Мне не нравится, что атмосфера поменялась здесь. Все так мрачно, туманно.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Может, сам Чокоба белый.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosio was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight. They're in trouble.
Где? Мне через мост идти или что? Да, все вижу.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh.
А где Джилл?
Why is that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still.
Я типа дополнительные квесты должен проходить один, без Джилл?
Alright then. But don't say I didn't.
Или это намек на то, что она умрет все-таки? Блять, не нравится мне это. Вот там какой-то здоровяк. Блять, хотел использовать способность. Здрасте.
You're safe now. White heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Да его чукобы.
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. You found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely son. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Я смогу кататься наконец-то. Пиратская повязка.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right.
Еще в начале игры, я помню. Ну как в начале?
Must have been my double.
Когда мы сюда пришли.
Oh, that'll be the
Первый
excitement
раз.
getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
В смысле, I'll call you when I need you. Я не смогу постоянно на ней ездить, что ли? Уникальная упряжь для Амброзии размещается в комнате Клайва. Чокобо разблокирован. Спустя 18 лет Клайв и его верная Чокобо Амброзия наконец-то встретились вновь. 18 лет? А сколько они живут, я не пойму. Находясь на открытом пространстве, удерживайте R3, чтобы призвать ездовое животное, и крестик, чтобы сесть в седло. Ура! Я все ждал этого. Так, мне неохота сейчас драться. О! Она тоже на Чокобо. Прекрасно. Так, ладно. Жалко, ты не можешь перелететь, перепрыгнуть. Так, ладненько. Нам нужно обратно в убежище.
Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
Здрасте.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Отчеты союзников, шепот покровителя, доска для охотников. Ищите все три в трапезной, неподалеку от Отто.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
О, здоровяк.
Those men didn't hurt Martha, did they? I think it's all right to talk.
Мне интересно сильно сейчас сходить сразу к Нектару.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
If you're worried about our supplies...
So
So Martha's all right. Yep.
Клайв, вот ты где, Купа. Я тебя повсюду искал.
What's the matter, Nectar?
В чем дело? А. Вот в этом дело, Купа.
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Конечно нет, Купа. Я и так знал. Мне нужна твоя помощь. Думаю, Купа не нужно напоминать, что я сильнейший из муглов. Ни один дух леса или тварь слугов не может... Блять. Так что пора убить их всех, Купа. Сука, времени мало дают прочитать.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Спасибо, Купа. Как же славно, что нашелся тот, кто все понимает. Тогда я останусь здесь и буду следить за тем, что вешают на доску. Взглянуть на доску охотников. На доске для охотников размещают сведения об опасных диких зверях. Авторы сообщений надеются, что бесстрашные герои вроде Клайва рискнут выследить столь грозные цели. Ариман, один из кровавых топоров, защищающих привал Марты, рассказал, что в топях на него напала некая потусторонняя тварь с одним немигающим глазом, кожистыми крыльями, нетопыря и острыми, как бритва, когтями. Воин в ужасе сбежал от нее. Раз вида этого существа не вынес даже закаленный в боях наемник, то простому люду и вовсе надеяться не на что. Но я его, убил, получается, правильно? Ангел смерти. На пути из замка Норвенд отряд сокрушителей проклятия встретил торговца, который рассказал, что на дороге впереди объявилась злобная крылатая гарпия, чьи глаза горят ярче яркого. В тот раз воинам в какой-то мере повезло, само существо они обошли стороной, однако хриплый хохот, доносившийся из-за деревьев, еще долго заставлял их не сбавлять шаг. Бельфигор. Блять, это дракон, которого я убивал Сидом и Джилл. По словам очевидцев, на холме возле Испола поселился дикий авис, весьма внушительных размеров. Местные жители стараются не попадаться на глаза зверю, но кто знает, когда голод вынудит его выйти на охоту. Я призываю храбрецов отправиться на северную границу и убить эту тварь, пока она не стала разорять близлежащие поселения. На холме возле Испола и на пути из замка Норвенд. Почему нельзя взять задания эти? Я должен ходить и искать их сам? Блять, я ненавижу эту хуйню, если честно, когда игра везде тебя ведет, везде всегда ведет, но в какой-то момент дает тебе задания, которых она не ведет. То есть надо изначально строить игру либо так, либо по-другому. Ладно, неважно, это не совсем страшно, просто, блять, это странно. Дезире.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Послушать шепот покровителей.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Завершая дополнительные задания, Клайв не только получает очки славы, но и побуждает людей из разных уголков близнецов делиться заработанными деньгами ради поддержки правого дела. Наведайтесь Дезире в шепоте покровителя, что в трапезное убежище. Трапезное. Там можно принять пожертвования и узнать свой уровень славы. Среди дам при дворе только и разговоров, что о вашей группе беззаконников и ее храбрых поступках. Мы собрали кое-какие ценности, чтобы вы могли дальше выказывать доблесть. Понял. Основа нашего ордена — гордость, но мы вовсе не надменны и готовы выразить благодарность в случае, когда это уместно. Однажды мы подвели Марту, но больше такое не повторится. Что-то маленько дали. Понял, прикольно. Так, ладно, давайте на этом заканчивать. Продолжим в следующей серии. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь. А главное, комментируйте, чтобы я мог с вами общаться. До скорых встреч.